you a professional?
Are you?
That's it, Clark. Show 'em who's boss.
Oh, we're all in this together.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the Clark Griswold YouTube channel. I am Mr. Clark Griswold. Happy to have you guys here. If you are a first timer to the channel, to learning the strat, then welcome to the channel. Glad you guys are here. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can do so down below. You click that subscribe button and hit that bell. That bell gives you notifications for when I send out videos just like this one, our daily setups. Hey, I also send out weekly swings, monthly swings, motivational videos, informational videos, learning tools such as the 30 and 30, 3-1 setups, what our candlesticks mean when we're talking about the strat, all kinds of other information. You can also follow me on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold. You can comment there, DM me there. You can do the same thing on any one of my YouTube videos. I usually get back to you guys within the same day. Okay, so today we're going to go through our watch list for Tuesday, May 3rd. And I'll tell you right now, if you don't know what a 2-2 reversal is, you're going to find it in this video because almost every single play is a 2-2 reversal. We were 2 down to start the day and we finished green. We're looking at 2-2 reversals on almost every single one of these plays. And I don't even have them all on here because there's just way too many of them to have. You guys realistically can look at your favorite ticker and it's probably a 2-2 reversal setup for Tuesday morning. I do want to go through a couple trades before I get into that real quick with you guys from today. So Peloton, I had on my video from last night, and here's what we talked about. This candle did not exist yesterday, so this was a candle we were going off of. It was a 2 up that finished red, and we were looking for a 2 down. Well, we got that off the start, and I warned you guys. I said we're going into lower lows here. Peloton has not been this low before. We were coming into exhaustion risk, and we were coming to the bottom of the broadening formation. So I told you guys, if we hit this target, our first target, I would look at getting out of that trade. And sure enough, we came down, hit our targets a little bit more, not quite to the bottom of the broadening formation, and then we reversed back up. So you could have made money in Peloton, but if you tried to hold it longer than that first target, you would have lost. And I warned you guys yesterday about that. Okay, the other one I wanted to look at here was Procter Gamble. So I told you guys again in the video last night for our May 2nd setups that if we broke this inside bar trigger here and hit our second target, which was the weekly trigger, that we would run on this play. And Procter Gamble, I'm pretty sure it was in our top 5. I told you, we'll hit first. If we hit first targets, we're likely going to hit second targets. And if we do, Procter & Gamble's probably going to run. Okay, so you would have had this thing from 160.20 all the way down to 156. That's a big, big gain in options. You guys would have killed this in put options if you were in it. Okay, so we triggered first target. Second target was also our weekly trigger to the downside, and we ran. We'll see what happens with it in the coming days and the coming weeks and if it continues to run downwards. But I'm just telling you guys, listen to the information I'm giving out to you guys because for the most part, everything holds true. And there's the odd time or the odd day where it doesn't, but a lot of times we don't even hit triggers, so it doesn't really matter. But again, guys, I'm giving you guys this information and hopefully you guys are becoming better traders on it, okay? So let's get started on this watch list now that I went through those 2 quick trades with you guys. Well, we can start with Peloton. I'll just show you what we're doing here. So we had a 2 up or a 2 down that finished green. Okay, so we're just going to move our targets to the top. Okay, and then we're going to, or our trigger to the top, and then our target to the top. And that's all we're doing. We're looking for this 2-2 reversal. We had a 2 up that finished red. So we were looking for a 2 green down. We got that. We hit targets. and then we came back up. So now we have a 2 down that finished green. We are going to look for a run to the high side. I don't have the time frame continuity on here, and now I do. Okay, there we go. And as you can see, the day, the week, and the month are all green. So I'm going to say Peloton is likely going to take a run up to the upside tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to run through these plays really quick, guys. We're already over 5 minutes in here, and all the plays are the same. Okay, so again, I had somebody ask me on Twitter, he wasn't sure what a 2-2 reversal is, and it's very simple. We have a 2 down, this bar right here, a 2 down, okay, and this is another 2 down. So this would be a 2-2 continuation. Now what we're looking for, we have a 2 down, we are looking for a 2 up. Now you guys know a 2 candle only breaks the high or it breaks the low. You can see here, this 2 candle only broke the high of the previous candle, okay? Right here, we broke the high and trended up. We broke the high of the previous candle. A 2 down, we break the low of the previous candle. So this red candle is a 2 down, and we broke the low of the previous candle. 2 up, 2 down, that's a reversal. 2 down, 2 up, that's a reversal. So right now we've got a 2 down. We are looking for a 2 up tomorrow, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is a 2-2 reversal. It's very simple, and it works on every single time frame, okay? This was a 2 down followed by a 2 up reversal. 2 up, 2 down reversal. On SPY, we had 1, 2, and we're looking for a third day here of a 2-2 reversal. Okay, so that's on SPY. NEO, sure enough, 2-2 reversal, okay? So triggers at 1751. Okay, and I'm telling you guys, there's 50 plays on here. They're all the same. Okay, 2 down, we're looking for a 2 up reversal. And these are 2 downs that finish green, so it's more probable that they head higher, okay, on the following day. Triggers, first target here, weekly trigger right here. Okay, so watch for that on CVX. I think NEO might have one of those as well on the weekly. No, it doesn't. Okay, so let's keep on moving on here, as there is a lot of plays, and I don't want this video to run over too long. Carnival Cruise Lines. Again, this is one that was on the board yesterday, and we triggered down, okay? And we hit multiple targets here, first targets and second targets further back, okay? But now we're looking for a reversal for a 2 up, okay? 1747, we can take calls. Ford, inside bar followed by a 2 down. So this is basically called a Rev Strat, where we have a 1-2-2 reversal. So this could be a 1, 2 down, 2 up reversal, okay? We're looking for calls at $14.29 on a 1-2-2 reversal on Ford. Tesla again. We had this gap down in the morning, but again, we have a 2 down that finishes green. We're going to look for calls on this one at 906.11. If you guys don't know or you're not understanding, ask me questions down below. I'll help you guys out tonight. Okay? Watch the videos and ask questions. I'm here to help you guys. Okay, so here's Space, another 2 down that finished green. Calls at $7.89 right here. This is our trigger line. And when we're putting in our targets, simple. We take our next highest wick, okay, on the preceding candles. Okay, there's 1. There's 2. And there's 3. Okay, it's that simple. Okay, Space. Now we're on to BA, which is Boeing. 2 down, finish green. Okay, looks like a hammer candle there, which is a bullish pattern. So let's take calls on this one at 149.36. Cat has higher premiums, so I'm not sure we're going to watch this one as much, but a 2 down that finished green. So calls at 212.85 on Cat. Time frame looks really, really good here. If you're looking for this indicator, and I know I repeat myself, but there's new people watching these videos all the time, guys, so bear with me when I'm repeating a lot of this stuff. So we can go into the indicator tab on TradingView, type in time frame continuity, and author is Board Rider B. Okay, next up is Palantir, 2 down, green. Okay, so a failed 2 down, full time frame on the day, week, month. Let's look for calls at 10.75. Plug Power, 2 down, green, calls at 21.76. And for you guys who are only trading common shares, this day tomorrow is a great day for you guys to watch and buy something because we're looking for 2-2 reversals to the upside all day tomorrow, okay? So C Limited, SE, calls 88.86. Snap calls to the upside, 2-2 reversal, 29.53. We're looking for calls. Trade Desk, TTD, 2 down, finish green. We're looking for calls at 62.11. And they, like I said, guys, you can go on. There's a ton that I haven't even gone through, and I didn't even put on this list, but they are available for 2-2 reversals tomorrow. And they're not all going to work. Some of them might not work, but we don't play them unless they trigger, okay? So AFRM, 2 down, green. We're looking for calls at 30.40. Do you guys see what I'm talking about here? When I'm talking about these, here's a 1-2-2. So we had a 1 followed, which I love, inside bars, I love them. So on the strat, a lot of times we'll see these things reverse off of these inside bars. So 1, 2 down, and we're looking for a 2 up. Even if this bar wasn't here, it's a 2 down and a 2 up reversal that we're looking for. Calls at 15.52 on AMC. AMD, 2 down that finish green, barely a 2 down, but we're looking for calls at 90.35, and there's our target, this green line here. Okay, BIDU, 2 down, finish green. Let's look for calls at 127.91. The magnitude or the target is it's a wide gap, but let's see what happens. And if we gap in the morning, guys, you can go watch my gap videos, okay? I have gap videos set up for you guys. We're looking at the first 2 15-minute bars or the first 2 30-minute bars, and that's how we play those. So go watch that video if you want to see how gaps are completed, okay? So another 2 down that finished green. We're looking for a 2-2 reversal on DocuSign. Okay, calls at 86.06. Facebook, inside bar. So here's one that's a little bit different. Inside bar on Facebook. Again, I've always told you guys I love inside bars. That's how I started trading options, or when I got really successful at trading options, that's what I did. Let's go look back in time. Inside bar. Look at this run up all the way to here. Inside bar, run up. Inside bar, run up. Inside bar, run up. Inside bar, run down. Okay? So powerful, powerful plays. Here's another one. Inside bar, run up. So I always love playing inside bars. This would be on my top 5 for sure. I'm going to try to get that video out to you guys as well. It might be a little later tonight. Okay, so here's another little thing that's interesting about this inside bar on Facebook. Okay, we have this inside bar or a 1 bar when we're talking about the strat. We can take puts here on Facebook at $200.77. This is our first target, this green line to the downside. Okay, if we go to the upside, here is our trigger to the upside for calls. This right here, this pink line is our trigger for our weekly swings. Okay, so if we trigger this, we're hitting targets, and we're likely triggering long for a swing play into the week for Facebook, okay? And then your second target is here. Now, if we go to the week and look at Facebook, here we go. This is our trigger for a 2 down. You guys see that? 2 down, bottom of the broadening formation, 2 up is what we're looking for this inside bar to do, and eventually tag the top of this broadening formation. Okay, so likely this thing runs up tomorrow. Probabilities tell us, okay, and likely for the week, but let's see what happens. This is a possible long trade, though, for the week on Facebook, okay? Hopefully you guys understand that information. If not, again, ask me, and I will help you guys out. 2 down, finish green. We're looking for a 2-2 reversal on Lululemon. Now, Lulu does have higher premiums, so guys with small accounts, you probably won't be able to trade that. MU, 2 down, finish green, calls at $70.78. Nike, 2 down, green, calls 126.13. I'm going to start ripping through these guys, so you may have to pause, write things down if you need to, okay? Nvidia, 2 down, green, calls 195.70. This is our monthly trigger, okay? And we're early in the month, so let's watch for this to trigger, okay? I will be doing a monthly video for you guys. I haven't completed it yet. Okay, PayPal. Here's another interesting one. 2 down that finished green, trigger on the daily. Pink line, trigger on the weekly is our first target to the upside, okay? So watch PayPal tomorrow as well for a weekly swing trade. And when I get weekly swings, I'm getting 2 weeks out. When I do these day trades, I'm taking closest expiry. You can take the second closest expiry if you want a little bit more wiggle room and you don't want the thing to reverse and lose too much money, okay? If you have questions on that, you can also ask me about that, okay? I'll help you guys out with that as well. Roblox, 2 down green, calls 32.75. SLB, that's Schlumberger, 2 down green. Let's take calls at 39.52. This one might have a wider bid ask, so it might not be the greatest trade to get into. SoFi, 2 down green, calls 6.35. Square, 2 down green. Let's look for a reversal on this thing. Okay, 106 we can take calls. Upstart, UPST, 2 down green. We can take calls on this thing at 83.75. And again, this is one of those swing trades that I was telling you guys about. And there's a bunch of these out there as well. So we trigger here on the day. Our first target is the weekly trigger. So when we go to the weekly time frame, we are looking for a 2-2 reversal on this one as well. 2 down, we're looking for a 2 up. And when we pass that green line, or the pink line, that will give us our 2 up. And then our trigger, or our first target, would be way up here. Okay, so you can watch Upstart as one of those long swing plays if you're looking for it. Datadog, 2 down, green. We can look for calls at, I don't even have this one listed, so let's just put that bar there for our trigger. And I'll change it to yellow because that's what I use. And there. And again, this is another one. It's a little bit higher up, but the first target on this 2-2 reversal is the weekly trigger. Okay, right here. Okay, so you can watch for that on Datadog as well. Apple, 2 down green with this nice hammer candle. We can take calls at 158.20. And again, our first trigger is way, way up here. And you can, people call this magnitude. They call it pivot points. It's where the bears have their stop losses. You call it whatever you want. It all means the same thing. But Apple has that. So we can look for calls again at 158.20. Adobe, I'm going to move this down just a bit. There we go. Calls at 407.97 on Adobe. Calls on BA. I don't even need to look. I'm just flicking down and I'm saying calls, because I don't think there is any put options available tomorrow based on our plays. Okay, so 36.28 calls on BAC. Bed Bath & Beyond, hammer candle, calls 13.82. Okay, and this, again, right up here is our first target. The tops, if we're taking calls, it's the top of the preceding wicks. If we're taking puts, it's the bottom of the preceding wicks. Okay, Chewy, CHWY, 2 down green. We can take calls at 30.50. CRM, 2 down green, hammer candle. Calls 177.78. This pink line again is our trigger for the weekly, so pay attention to that. Cisco, 2 down green. It's not even a 2 down, it's an inside bar. Okay, so back to inside bars. My favorites. Calls at 49.89, puts at 48.93. And if we look here, we are at exhaustion risk to this downside. So this is one, if it trends down, I would be very careful of. We would be here. Let's put in a broadening formation right now for you guys. Okay, just so you guys can see this. Now we can take it from any point here, doesn't matter. We can go from here to here. Okay, we can take it from, if you guys want to go further back on the daily, let's go to this low, down to that low, doesn't matter. Okay, so we've hit the bottom of this broadening formation and we're looking to come back up. And if you're looking for a top of the broadening formation, right here, there you go. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, so we'll be looking to come back up on CSCO, that's Cisco. So look for this to probably go back to the high side tomorrow, but you never know. But I would watch for exhaustion risk if it goes to the downside. It's probably not something that I would be personally looking to play, okay? To the downside anyways. To the up, I would play it. To the downside, I would not. Okay, Disney, 2 down that finished green. 113.70, we can take calls on it. Get back here. Next up is Etsy, ETSY, 2 down green, bottom of the broadening formation, okay? So pay attention to that again. It's a good sign for us to trend back up, but we'll see what happens. 97.17 is where the calls would be triggered, okay? GE, 2 down green, hammer candle. Take calls in this one at 75.83. Robin Hood, okay? The premiums may be high on this. The bid-ask spread may be quite wide, but we have one of my favorite setups, and it's a 3-1, okay? An outside bar followed by an inside bar. Regardless, we have an inside bar, so powerful, powerful play. Calls at 10.49, puts at 9.52. If we go back to see the last time there was one on Hood, if there was, we did have one. We have to go all the way back to December 27th of last year. Outside bar, if you can see this, outside bar, inside bar, and a 2 straight days down, okay? So powerful patterns, those 3-1 setups are. I think this is the only one that we have on the daily chart anyways. I think there is one on the monthly. I can't remember who it's with though, but you can check out the video when I've got it out. Okay, 2 down green on IWM, calls at 187.82. JP Morgan, 2 down green, hammer candle, calls 120.71 is our trigger. Lucid Motors, 2 down green, 19.12, we're taking calls. Macy's, hammer candle, 2 down green, look for a trigger for calls at 24.86. Moderna, okay, so there is one more 3-1 setup here. Outside bar, inside bar. Again, if you guys have forgotten or you are new to the channel and you haven't seen this, inside bars are showing consolidation in a ticker, okay, or a 1 bar. And they're basically becoming spring-loaded and getting ready to explode one way or the other. It's a tightening range. They don't pass the high or the low. They stay within the range, and they're tightening, 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 and getting ready to explode. We can go back to look at this one to see what happened here. Outside bar, inside bar, or 3 bar, 1 bar, and down. Okay, I'll see if there's one more on here just to show you guys an example. They don't always work out, and I don't know if this one did or not, but here you go. Outside bar, inside bar, down for 2 straight days. Okay, so those 3-1 setups, guys, if you find them, they're super powerful. And you don't even find them just on the daily. You can find them on the weekly charts, the hourly charts, the 30-minute charts. Doesn't matter. They all work the same. Although the lower down you go on the time frame, the quicker you have to be when you're pulling the trigger to take profit, okay? So that's on Moderna. Microsoft, we're almost coming to the end here, guys. 2 down that finish green. We can take calls at 284.94. Second target is our trigger for the weekly to go long. Netflix has an inside bar here, so we can take calls at $200.21. And puts, I'm just going to move this down just a hair, puts at $190.11 on Netflix for that inside bar. Pfizer, 2 down green. There's a gap here. Let me go through this real quick with you guys. When there is a gap, then the bottom, as you see there, becomes our first target to fill that gap. Then your second target can be at the top of the candle like so. Okay, so that's on Pfizer. Calls at 48.76 on that 2 down that finished green. QQQ, 2 down green. Calls at 318.83. XOP, 2 down green. Calls at 132.73. And that's the list, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned. Keep an eye out for that top 5 list. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe down below. Follow me on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys are learning. We learn and earn together. The Strat, hashtag the Strat is a family. And I'm glad to have you guys following along on the ride. And I'm glad if I can help you in any way possible, okay? So until the next one, guys. Bye-bye.